Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of October 1st through the 16th, 2018. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do. Oh, and I see at some point we do have the Lovers coming up. So I'm feeling like that is either something that is going to happen maybe after these next 2 weeks or something that is probably happening now. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups as the heart of the matter or the central issue. We also have the Seven of Cups. And then the Nine of Swords. Then we have the High Priestess, Three of Pentacles, Justice, Six of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so with having the Eight of Cups as the central issue here, someone may be feeling like giving up, letting go, moving on. Something's no longer good. You could be going through something emotional right now, an emotional transformation. There are things that you're confused about. I feel like you're looking for clarity about your situation, and maybe you just haven't been able to find the answers. Maybe you haven't been able to find that clarity that you're looking for. And again, I'm looking at the moon, and I say again because we have the High Priestess showing up here. So it made me think of how the moon is being reiterated in this reading. There's something going on that has to do with secrets or fluctuations, or transits in the sky that is hiding answers from you, like messages or signs are hidden from you. It could be because you're too emotionally invested in your situation, whether this is love, whether it is a career, if you've been trying to decide, and it looks like you have been trying to make some sort of decision about something. And with the Nine of Swords here, it's like you have given your power away to anxiety. Like anxiety is controlling you right now. And remember, anxieties are illusions. They are fears that are illusion because you have no basis for what you're really afraid of. Like you don't understand where your fears are coming from. You're afraid because of something that you don't understand. You're creating scenarios or possible circumstances that don't exist. It's more so like a negative way of thinking. And you want to be careful of that because you don't want to manifest your negative thoughts. And it's not even really so much about you manifesting the things that you're afraid of. It's more so your perspective, like you're only able to see things from a negative standpoint of view because of something that you could be going through. So, I mean, you can take an example of someone who, let's see, someone who was on their way to work and someone, I don't want to use that example. I'm sorry, because sometimes I do believe in that manifestation stuff. Let's say someone said they were going to take you out and you were like, yay, I can't wait to go out with this person. And then they cancel on you. You were so afraid that something was going to go wrong. And then, all of a sudden, okay, yeah, your fear did come true. They canceled on you. But you can either look at it in a sense of you know what, it wasn't for us to go out on a date at that time. You know, maybe we would have got food poisoning, or maybe we could have gotten into a car accident that day. So you would look at it that way, as opposed to looking at it that, oh, they don't like me. Oh my God, I'm never gonna find love. Oh, they're probably gonna always cancel on me. They're just, you know, so it's kind of like you have to kind of alter or change your perspective of how you're looking at an outcome. So whatever is it manifesting, take it as a sign that the timing just isn't right. Something isn't happening just, you know, when you are expecting it to. There's confusion here. There's emotional confusion. It could be that if this is in regards to love, that the person that you're dealing with is confused about a lot of things. Maybe that's why maybe they've been quiet or secretive or hidden, because they're trying to process something. They're trying to understand something themselves. They might be going through something, some other type of things in their life that they're not ready to open up about. So either way, it is anxiety, whether it's you or the other person, or there are things happening that's making you feel like, oh, I just should give up. I just need to leave this alone. You know, something isn't serving my highest good any longer. And you might feel like you're just kind of left in a dark place, or alone, experiencing loneliness. But these are all phases, and that goes back to the moon as well, because the moon is always going through phases. So I don't know where the moon is what house the moon is transiting over for you, but depending on what house, for those of you that study astrology, depending on what house the moon is transiting over, could affect you in that area of life. So if the moon is transiting over your 7th house, maybe you're emotional about relationships or business partnerships, especially because we have the Justice card right beneath that. Maybe you're dissatisfied with your current partnership, or satisfied being single. Like maybe normally you don't care about being single, but maybe now it's starting to get to you like, okay, I don't really like being single. It's starting to bother me now. You know, so it's just a phase. It's just because maybe the moon is transiting that house. Let's say the moon was transiting your 11th house of friends, family, social network, especially social network. You're like scrolling through your Facebook or scrolling through your Instagram or your Twitter, and you just keep seeing all these sad news. Oh, I just lost my mom. Oh, I just lost my friend. Oh, you know, I just lost my job. You know, it's like every message is like sad, and you're like, why is everybody posting all this sad stuff? Maybe there's something, you know, going on with the moon and it's transiting. People are posting emotional things to your social media. Maybe the people you're hanging with or the people that you're socializing with, they're all going through something. So, you know, whatever it is, it's only a phase. I think the moon lasts in each sign for like 2.5 days. So usually these moon phases are short. So I'm feeling like whatever, if you're going through something sad or negative, that is only a phase, and just allow it to go, you know, just allow it to take its course, because it's going to pass. And same, you know, with the High Priestess here, this is telling you to have patience with your current situation. No matter what situation it is, you're having to have patience and trust your intuition here. And with the Three of Pentacles, there's a need to get back to work. There's a need to focus on the foundation that you're building, either with yourself or the foundation that you're building with friends, your job. So be careful about who you're starting a relationship with, because this is something you're laying down, some sort of permanent foundation. And so you want to pay very close attention to detail, to what you're involving yourself in. If you're getting involved in some sort of secret group, make sure this is something that you want to be a part of, because I'm seeing you getting ready to take some sort of oath or make some sort of agreement or sign some sort of document that is like permanent here. This is some sort of permanent document. You know how you say nothing is written in stone, but you know, I guess you can always break it at some point, but why? Make sure that you're starting off with the correct thing, or starting off right or something, because you're getting ready to enter a permanent foundation. If this is in regards to a love connection, it does look like there's someone from your past or someone that you're familiar with is returning back into your life. You're getting ready to hear from them, whether they call you, whether they come visit you, especially those of you that have birthdays within the next 2 weeks. Happy birthday, mine is the 12th. But yeah, it's like if you guys have birthdays within the next 2 weeks, that within that time frame, someone from your past will be returning. It could be an ex. It could be a friend. Sometimes it's not an ex, but it's just someone that you already are familiar with. If you just absolutely don't know this person, then your soul feels like you know this person. So it is a soul connection and a soul contract. And it looks like, I think I mentioned this before, like some Libras are like, well, that was a beautiful message, but it isn't resonating. The weekend reads, this information is still showing up. It's still, so for many of you, this is something that is in your energy field. And what I mean by being in your energy field is that somebody is thinking about you. There is somebody who wants to connect with you. It just hasn't manifested yet. The opportunity hasn't come to pass yet, but is there. I don't know how long it's going to be in your energy field, but the point is that usually when love keeps showing up in your cards or someone coming back and you still haven't heard from, you're watching the readings and you're like, well, that didn't resonate, it's not happening. But I continuously keep pulling up like similar messages about someone returning. It just means that it hasn't happened yet. It's happening. It might pan out later for some of you, but you know, they're thinking about you. Something's happening behind the scenes. Something is going on in the spiritual realm. And you're not allowed to know 100% what's going on. You may have already been going to psychics, not just watching these videos, but actually like, let me pay some money. I need to pay a reader to know what's going on. And they're going to give you as much information as possible, but some things is still saying it's not meant for you to know. So take whatever information is given to you, and then the rest you're just going to have to use your intuition. Some things you might be trying to find out a direct answer to, and everything depends. It could be other parties involved, and you know, it's hard to get a clear answer on certain things. But yeah, I was saying here, it looks like this is the beginning. These are the beginning stages of a love connection. It's just developing. For some of you, if it isn't a romantic connection, then it's a connection with a friend. Like it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship, or it could be something that is starting off as a platonic friendship that will evolve to, you know, something romantic over time. But the point being is that I feel too that spiritually you guys already have an agreement, and now it is turning into physical. It is manifesting. We have earth here, and so this is something that is manifesting, and the feeling is mutual. So eventually, if someone has been withholding information from you, or if you've been withholding information from someone, they're going to gradually start coming out. They're going to feel comfortable. When they feel comfortable enough, this is two people who feel very comfortable with each other. They're going to start communicating with how they feel with each other. So it's going to be a mutual give and take. You make them feel comfortable, so they open up and start sharing things with you, and you open up and start sharing things with them. So I'm feeling like you're growing closer to someone, especially on your birthday, or near, like right after your birthday or something. I feel though that you guys are having like a very serious conversation that causes you to kind of take a step back and reassess your life, the things that you've been after, the things that you've been trying to accomplish. This is going to have you take a step back and say, can I see this person with my family? Can I see myself spending my life, the rest of my life? And you know, this might be something that they're thinking about. So you guys might be making an assessment of one another, because this is serious. It's a major decision that I feel is getting ready to be made. And there are a lot of important factors that may be at play here. So, and you know, it's causing a lot of anxiety, you know, not wanting to get stuck in a situation where you're not going to be happy because maybe you're tired of that. You know, so, and also here, this is saying to me too that some sort of seeds have already been planted and you're waiting for them to manifest. So you're going to have to continue to have patience at this point. It's like there's nothing else you can do. The garden doesn't need any more watering. Now it's just a matter of, it's like you're waiting to see what's going to happen, but something is actually happening that maybe you don't even recognize yet. And, you know, you're just going to have patience. There's a time to rest. Like if you are into the law of attraction, because this is law too. So if you are into the law of attraction, you focus on things like that. You study Neville Goddard and things of that sort. This is saying rest. You plan it down at some point. Like those of you that study Neville Goddard, he teaches like you to get that perfect scene. He said, go to the end. Like, don't imagine like the buildup of how your relationship starts off, or how you get this job, or how you become a millionaire. He said, don't think about the how you get there. He said, just imagine that already being the case. So say you have someone that you're in love with or you're interested in, just what's the most perfect scene that sums it all up, that you and this person are together? Is it seeing you guys exchange wedding vows? Is it 10 years down the line when you guys are retired or relaxing together, watching your children play? Like you fast forward to whatever scene that you want. If it's about being a millionaire, fast forward to you already living in that mansion or that condo, and everybody is surrounding you and celebrating you. So fast forward to all of that, to that final scene, just one particular scene. Perfect that scene in your mind until you believe it, and then when you have it, release it. There's no need to continue to do it every day. Matter of fact, turn your attention to something else and try your best to focus on other things. Whatever is meant to be, it will happen. If it's not meant to be, something similar will happen. But you have to trust it, learn how to let it go and surrender and let it just happen. Let things unfold the way it should. If it's not the love interest that you wanted, either way, the seed has already been planted for someone to come into your life. This soulmate, one of your soulmates. You might have made several soul contracts with somebody before you came here, and somebody is going to be willing to, you know, stay with you and, you know, be with you if that's what you want, if that's something that you've been praying or wishing for. So yeah, you guys, let me go ahead because I feel like I can talk forever and ever. And I'm already almost 20 minutes in and I didn't even do the second row yet. So the following week we have the stars showing up. So some of you could be involved with an Aquarius, also fire, Leo, Aries, Sag. But I'm feeling like you receiving a message in your dream. You're going to have clarity about your situation after a frustration and a period of giving up, and a period of sadness or having loss of faith is being restored here with the star. You're being the universe is somehow showing you that they have heard your prayers, and they're like, okay, we need to give so-and-so a sign now. Now is the right time to send so-and-so a sign. So they're letting you know, hey, it'll be okay. We heard you. We haven't forgotten about you. This could be your ancestors, your angels, whatever the case. Someone or something is sending you signals or signs that everything is going to be okay. There may be distance between you and someone that you are interested in, or you might feel that whatever dreams that you're wishing for are, you know, only wishful thinking, or something that is just so far into the future. You don't know when it's going to happen. This is just overall saying to remain, to keep your faith in whatever it is. And I'm just also seeing it as your faith being restored and you having some sort of absolute clarity. You receiving news or an answer, or even if it's verbally, someone just verbally telling you what they have been, you know, what emotions that have been hidden, what they've been hiding from you. You might have clarity about your job situation and you're able to move forward. You set some boundaries and you made some sort of decision. Somebody's making a decision and they're moving forward with it. They have confidence, they have faith, their emotional balance is restored. That's another thing, like I'm feeling too that somebody could be going through a breakup or separation. If it's not a, you know, a romantic breakup, maybe someone is going through something with their family. They're just not in a good headspace right now, or you might not be in a good headspace right now to be able to reciprocate some sort of love. But like I said, it's only a phase. That's something that's going to eventually pass over here. And you're going to have success in whatever it is that you've been hoping for, wishing for, praying for. There is a renewal of hope, motivation, faith. Someone may suddenly get the confidence to move towards you and ask you out. You might have the confidence to move towards the type of career that you want, or to speak up for yourself at your job. So there could be a number of things going on where, you know, all these positive changes kind of come through. So I feel like you're having some sort of breakthrough. There's a need to learn about self-expression. I don't know if you need to learn how to express yourself, or, you know, there's some curiosity here. It's going to take time to develop. You guys are having to learn and understand one another, how to communicate, if you are just becoming intimate with someone, it's like learning someone's body all over again. So this is just learning what makes them, you know, pleasurable, and things of that sort. Now also for some of you, this is about your spirituality. Your spirituality may be piqued, or curiosity. There's something that you're curious about. Someone might be testing the waters and flirting a little bit just to see if they're going to get a positive response back, whether it's you or the other person. You might be flirting with other job offers, especially because I'm seeing you getting some sort of recognition. Someone, maybe it's not a new job offer, maybe it's just about moving to a different department, or taking on a different position. I feel like you're flirting with some sort of offer, whether romantic or job related, or spiritually. Like some of you have been thinking about doing readings, whether it be on YouTube or whether you read for people personally. Like you know you have some sort of spiritual gift, and you're like, let me test the waters and see, you know, how this plays out, how people will respond. So you might put up a little YouTube video, especially if it's like, you know, something that regards social media, even if it's not something spiritual, if it's tutorials, if it's whatever. I'm seeing you having some new followers. People are listening to what you have to say. They're very interested. They feel that you are very approachable. They feel that you have something to offer. This is also you sharing your gift or sharing some sort of information with other people. sharing something openly here. And by you being yourself and being 100% real, honest, raw, it attracts people. They say you can attract more bees with honey. So whatever the case is, like, be your own genuine self and more people will follow. Don't try to be like other people. Just stay in your lane, you know, do what you do best. And, you know, there's no need for you to, because you might be looking at someone as a template or a relationship as a template. But do what makes you happy, you know, do what makes you happy. You don't have to, be like other people, you know, and I feel like this is something that you're having to learn or you're having to understand here. And here with the Six of Pentacles, again, this is about balance being restored here. You receiving something that you feel you deserve, receiving some sort of whether it's financial or like you needed some money, it will be given to you. If you needed a loan, it will be given to you. Anything that you need is going to be given to you. Whatever you ask for, whatever you have put out in the universe, this is your prayers being answered. This is it manifesting. This is the thought, this is the spirit here, and this is the material world. So this is manifesting here. Whatever you put out here is being restored or given to you here, in the physical realm. It could be an explanation. Someone might owe you an apology. Maybe you've been praying for someone to give you an apology, or praying to see if someone is interested in you. Whatever the case, I feel like you're going to receive a satisfactory answer. You're like, okay, finally I got what I've been wanting. So justice will be served here. And again, going back to like contracts and agreements, I don't know if you're dealing with any legalities, but there may have been a need to put some things on paper. Maybe you could be going something through a divorce or going something through with your baby's mother, baby's father, child support. So whatever the case is, kind of like getting the stamp of approval from the higher ups. And I'm feeling like something is going in your favor here. I feel like you had the upper hand in some sort of situation, so things are now turning out in your favor. Yeah. So that is basically all the messages that I am getting for Libra. I hope it resonated. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and many blessings to you. It is 11:44 my time, 11:44, y'all.